is a presentation of TFNN. Live at TFNN, the Money Masters.
Let's go to Shivan in Boston. Shivan, what's happening, brother?
I'm watching you both on Tiger TV.
That's a beautiful thing.
Love it. Yeah, definitely it is. Learning a lot from Tiger.
Now, your Money Masters, Tom O'Brien and Steve Rhodes.
I appreciate all you Tiger and Tigresses growling and prowling out here with us. Hope everyone had a great weekend, safe weekend. We got the Dow right now down 34, Nasdaq's flat, S&P's off 2.5. You got gold flat at 16.72. Silver is up by 29 cents at 31 bucks. Light sweet crude, there it is.
It's trading off this morning.
Yeah, trading
down
$1.40, 94.75.
I thought they were worried about the hurricane.
Bonds are up 16 ticks.
No, I know.
At 148.27. Larry's on his way to get his boat shoes. And King Dollar is up 12 ticks at 81.61. And the real kicker out here, folks, is that bond. Because last week what we had the bond reject lower price,
yes,
but then come off that bottom with conviction, folks. And that's saying the bond wants to go back to 153. We had Apple win the suit against Samsung, but you know what? It's not going to help Apple. It's right at that tiger butterfly again, and we'll see whether it can hold it. Thus far, it's not doing bad. It's at 675, up 12 bucks. It was as high as 680, and we'll see where that shakes and bakes. Now, the thing that's absolutely wild, though, is this. When I was looking at this morning, well, we both talked about this when we were coming in. I knew that the Samsung deal was out there. There's no doubt.
Yes,
you know what I mean? It's
absolutely. It came in after the close on
Friday.
Yeah.
So that's the deal. It's like, okay, so Apple's going to gap up $20. Well, the total mind blower, folks, was that even with that going on, the Qs were still only up 40 cents. So I start looking.
Google's back inside the range.
Huge.
Yeah.
Google. So the what happened with that Apple win is that, they're looking at Google on the other side and saying, okay, how is that going to affect it? But bottom line is that they're all red right now, and all you have to do is go to Shanghai.
Yes.
And if you think it's all rosy, folks, in the markets, go. The bottom line is that it's not going to be pretty, because I can tell you flat out the harmony in Shanghai versus the U.S. versus Europe is there. You can. I don't care how far you want to go back. I mean,
sure.
4 or 5 months off, yeah, but big deal. I mean, Shanghai's going to the lows. That's amazing. Think about it.
It's not just the March lows.
No, if it doesn't
beyond
go
the March lows.
If it goes beyond you mean beyond 1600? Let's bring it up. No, listen, man. Let me just see what you're looking at, though, because I know. Okay, so Shanghai's down another 1.7 to 2.8 last night. 2.18 rather.
If Shanghai's leading us down, okay,
yeah,
and let's just say that and Europe hasn't fixed its problems,
right? Okay,
and there really starts to be a deeper retracement here in the U.S.,
right?
I struggle to see how Shanghai's going to bounce from there.
No. That's 1664. No, I'm with you. Right.
I mean, it's going to need the U.S. engine to and the engines around the world to really be fueled. So, we got a long way before we get down there, but each day,
no, you only get if we did
20% more, maybe.
No, if we did what we did last night, you only get 8 days.
Oh. That's another way to look at it.
You're gonna love it, man. I'm telling you. Well, we'll see where this shakes and bakes. The gold contract. This is what is really going to get interesting, because what you have is that the gold contract, folks. There's some divergence here, and this is what it is. The contract itself is not bad, okay? Volume-wise wasn't bad. Friday came in pretty good, 150,000 contracts.
Yeah.
Where the divergence comes in a huge way is the XAU and the HUI.
Okay.
So picture something, folks. The XAU is the Philadelphia Gold and Silver Exchange. The HUI is the Gold Bugs Index. Now, the difference is the Gold Bugs Index, if you're in that index, you can't sell forward more than a year and a half of what you have in the ground. Now, the XAU is stronger. in a huge way, not a small way.
Okay.
So it's like, okay, are they starting to sell forward? That's where my head's going.
I see, okay.
Because the difference, so picture, last week on a weekly basis, if you take a look at the HUI, what we did is this. We went higher, and the volume characteristic is pretty good, okay? It's not as much as you need, but it was 92 million going into 109, which is cool. I mean, you can't expect miracles, you know what I mean? But that's taking that supply line down pretty good. Where the HUI has big problems, okay? So what the HUI did, okay, when you see this is like really it's a big heads up, man. The HUI only had 56 million going into 100.
And further back, you've got even a larger downdraft.
No, you do.
Now, doesn't the XAU have that same? Does it have the downdraft back?
Yes, it
back
does.
there as well.
Yes, it does. Yeah,
little supply.
Huge amount of supply. Huge amount of supply. So that in itself is a big heads up. You know, inside the this is pretty wild between the NDX 100. I'll tell you, folks, because what Apple. So inside the NDX 100, say this is what you have putting strength into it. You get RIM, Apple, Adobe, and Microsoft. Taking it out, you get that must be Maxwell Technologies, maximum integrated, Google, Micron, and DLTR. What is that?
Dollar
Tree. Oh, so we're all going to be rich now. We don't go to Dollar Tree anymore. Oh my God, I'm telling you. Well, you know, and we are broadcasting, folks, live from the center of the
Isaac.
Center of Isaac, and guess what? There's nothing here. Okay.
Yeah.
So the bottom line is that
that's obviously the good news for us. Now, I mean, I've seen other parts of the state that are just truly getting drenched. You know, so the thing is, when you have those the bands, those feeder bands, right? You never know where those are going to take place over the state. But the entire southeastern seaboard truly got drenched. The central part of our state is getting drenched. So just east of us is getting drenched. And in Clearwater, we've been just fine. You know, and I know they got a report on things, but as you know, the storm that came in last night at about 4:30 in the morning, we have normal storms in the afternoons that are normally worse than that.
Oh man, let me tell you
something. So
there's
really nothing to really report on. But you know, there's other people that are in harm's way. You know, that storm's going to hit somewhere.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's going to be up in Louisiana.
Yeah,
you know, it's going to in let's see. So Wednesday is the 7th anniversary of Katrina.
Now you were there.
Tommy and
right?
I were there in Katrina.
Yeah.
We were trapped like rats.
Got out though.
No doubt. We got out.
There's no trapping you.
We got out, thank God. Well, I tell you, man, they should have just called me for the weather for this one, man. I was cracking. I'm telling you, man, I was sitting there cracking up. I said to Angie, I says, I can't believe this. First Scott comes out and says, I'm canceling everything. I'm looking at Noah. I'm saying to myself, man, this thing's going to the west.
Yeah.
I mean, it was going to the west the whole time, okay? Then they canceled everything. Then they canceled the schools in Hillsborough. Then they canceled the schools in Pinellas.
All the counties around here. Yeah.
Folks, don't live in fear. That's the bottom line. I'm telling you, man.
No.
It's oh yeah. Let's run. Let's get out of here. I mean, it's like insane. These politicians, they're all crazy, man. Yeah. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I was coming back in town last night. I ended up going down through downtown Tampa.
Yeah.
Just there was no traffic or anything, so let me just tool around here to see what's going on. SWAT guys all over the place.
Oh, it's such a joke.
Everybody armed. I mean, you know.
Oh, yeah. Put the fear of God in everyone. Hey, listen, all you have to do is... Have you watched J. Edgar yet?
No, I haven't.
Okay,
no,
all you have to do is go watch J. Edgar, folks, to find out how controls and how fear gets everything going, and forget it. It's a joke, okay? Let me tell you something. We're, like, what are we, 30 miles away from Tampa?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, probably.
So we're 30 miles away from Tampa. We have a couple bridges here, so the cops are on the bridges.
Oh, yeah.
So what are you doing on the bridges? I wake up this morning, and supposedly, the news everywhere, a bad group's going to come in and, raise hell. It's like a joke. I'm so sick of it, man.
No. Actually, with the police cars...
Oh, they're outside! Oh, they're going to get us! Oh, my, give me a break.
You're too, buddy.
Oh, man. I'm telling you, man. Forget it. It blows my mind.
I think, a lot of times they'll park these cars just in the center, or different spots in the median. Sometimes they'll just park empty cars there. That does more damage than anything else. Everybody's slamming on their brakes, creating accidents out
I
there.
think it's a joke.
Yeah.
So,
Yes. Anyways.
I can't stand it. I'm not kidding. I just can't. Okay, we'll get into the market. I'm telling you, man. It's power begets power, and that's what they just love. Put the citizens in fear.
Yeah.
Round them up.
Yeah.
Get cops everywhere for nothing. And we pay the bills. They talk about deficits.
Yeah.
We're paying bills hand over fist.
Well, it depends how.
Oh, see, he doesn't like this.
No.
Yeah.
I was wondering who the we are. Because, at least for Tampa, it's good. Because we got all this, we're not, we Tampa, well, to a certain extent, we're...
No, you're right. No.
We're defraying the cost amongst everybody else that's watching.
Hey, there's no doubt about that. It's brought a huge amount of money into the county. There's no two ways about it. And that's everywhere. That's from Hillsborough and Pinellas County, folks. If you want to see the best money government can buy, you have it, and it's right here.
There you go.
Let's take a look at some of the high-volume stocks. Thank God we're not reporting from there. Okay, so you get Bank of America is down 8 cents. You got Hudson City, they're getting taken over. That's up $1. We got Microsoft up 22. Intel's down 9. Valero Energy, look at that baby go, man. And see, this is pretty wild, folks, because I remember, I think it was Mark from Tampa calling about Valero.
Okay.
But Valero, this baby has some real juice underneath it. Look at it all the way up. I mean, all the way up it had juice. Come off the bottom of $20. It's at 30. Bring this back. Put it on a year. Yeah, see how it came into that?
How'd we miss that?
No, listen, man. This is so. Even on a weekly, you're coming into 64 million with 68 million. Look at that. Put it on a couple years now. There's action here. Now that's saying, that the price of oil is going to come down.
Yeah.
Because these run counterintuitive, folks, to the price of oil, because their crack spread gets better. It gets bigger, and they can make more money. When the oil's going up, they just can't make money. And oil's been going up for years.
So does that say the king is moving higher?
The king's moving higher, man. Well, the king. What the king needs, is a sign of strength, which it hasn't had yet. It rejected the low. It's trying to move, but no sign of strength yet.
Yeah.
Until it gets a sign of strength, I suspect it's going to get one. The reason I'm saying that, folks, is that the bond is strong. And the bond has just set up a small ABC up. It's already broken the downtrend going all the way back from the July 25th high. And it's like the next leg up can really take it, man. And what you also have here is that's a false break downtown, too. So that's there's a lot of action inside that. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, all you Tigers and Tigresses. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. We have the Dow down 23, NASDAQ up 5, S&P's are flat. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back.
Kate Stalter's exciting newsletter, Low Priced Leaders, has just launched, and now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial. Every Wednesday afternoon, Kate sends out her weekly newsletter to her subscribers where she focuses on small cap stocks with market caps under $2 billion, as well as low-priced equities with share prices ranging from $5 to $12. Kate tracks a variety of stocks with a combination of strong technical support and solid fundamentals. Many of the stocks featured will be recent IPOs. These newer issues are often some of the biggest price gainers in the market and provide an excellent opportunity for substantial gains if timed correctly. You can catch Kate Stalter live on Tiger TV with her small cap roundup every Tuesday and Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and visit TFNN.com right now to get your 2-week free trial to her brand new newsletter, Low Priced Leaders, while locking in the low introductory monthly rate of only $37.50 per month, almost a 50% discount. Act now.
With the launch of Tiger TV, TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Ken Shreve, Kate Stalter, David White, Larry Pesavento, Victor Jones, or Daryl Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investment strategy. You're always looking for the next trading opportunity to magnify your perspective. Direction Shares connects sophisticated traders with a powerful array of ETFs from a wide range of asset classes. The markets may go up and down, and you want tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen, live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den, absolutely free, for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
Millionaires are made every day. The fact is, living your dreams is possible. Someone, somewhere is going to get rich. My recommendation is, let that be you. Each day, someone is making the decision to better themselves and creating a plan to fulfill their financial dreams. Let that be you. The key to turning dreams into reality is to take massive action. Let that be you. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of the Money Master Show with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN, and I can help you with your journey to great wealth. I'll show you how to create the ultimate financial edge, a set of tools, insights, and strategies that are part of my daily newsletter service, Mastering Probability. You'll have direct access to me by phone, email, and my private library of trading and investing secrets for 30 days with an unconditional money-back guarantee. I'll take your trading to the next level. Click on my name, Steve Rhodes, on the homepage of TFNN.com and turn your dreams into reality. Mastering Probability, folks. Let that be you.
This segment is brought to you by Goldfields. For more information, just click the Goldfields banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. Appreciate all you Tigers and Tigresses growling and prowling out here with us. Some of these large caps, let's take a look. You got Marbell flat, ExxonMobil's down 23. We got Oxy off 23. Let's see. Big Blue is down 54. Big Mac is up 25. And the big number out here for this month is going to be Walmart, folks. And that's still $2 over the swing point, the swing high. So we're at 72.32, and we'll see if that baby can hang there for another week.
Now, did Big Blue have a good day on Friday? Dollar-wise or percentage-wise, they led the Dow up, didn't they?
I guess they could have, because they
any
went
volume
from,
behind it.
No, it's an ABC down. So, but it did go from 194 to 198. It's back at 197. You know, and what you have is this, folks. Big Blue came off the low. So Big Blue went from 210 down to $1.80. Came off those lows. Now, when it first came off the low, that's a good sign of strength. There's no doubt. That was 10 million shares. But guess what? It didn't talk, walk, and squawk because it didn't get to the swing point. Once it got to the swing point, folks, it failed. And it failed in a big way. See, because if you put this on a weekly, what you're going to see is this. Is that you had come down to 197.52 off the highs with 30 million shares. Well, we went back with 12 million, and then we went back with 14 million. So one half.
Yeah.
So we'll see whether it wants to build strength here, to make a run again. But the bottom line is that 197.52 is the number, because what that did, it got up to 202, closed at 201. Last week it got to 201, closed at 197.77, which was 20 cents into that bar. Right now it's failing.
Yeah. When it came down, it was coming down into that gap up area from January 20th. It came back into there, nicely.
Yes.
Did it, with some lighter volume, did what it was supposed to do.
Right.
So, whatever that's worth.
Yeah, no, big time.
Hey, so you got a workshop coming up here. Now, on Friday we were, we were looking for trades in the market. Market was relatively flat out there. And we were sitting there, and I said, well, I can see a trade here, both sides of the trade.
I know.
Let me go ahead and take this straddle here.
I hope.
Oh, yeah, worked out great.
That was insane.
Yeah, worked out great.
That was unbelievable, actually. That was, and folks, I'm glad, thanks for reminding me. September 22nd, if you happen to be in the Florida area, Nadex is sponsoring a 4-hour workshop, free workshop, folks. It doesn't get any better than this.
Yes.
It's at the Hyatt Regency in Tampa. And what you're going to have is Darryl Mott and myself. What you're going to be talking about is 4 full hours. It starts at 8:30 in the morning, goes to noon with refreshments. You can go over to our website at TFNN. And if you are going to go sign up, because I suspect we are going to be sold out.
Yeah. So lots of great ways to be able to use that platform. Put on trades.
It's huge.
Folks, you go listen to the Friday archive. You can take a look at trade that we were putting on and how we were doing it. And you can give Darryl a call later on today.
Yeah,
1 o'clock. From 1 o'clock.
1 to 2 Eastern Time. And folks, as you're over at TFNN, you can test drive the Nadex platform right there. You just hit it. They'll put $25,000 of funny money into your account. And as you're over there, you'll see on the right-hand side you'll see the banner for the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund. If you do have an interest in real estate, if you happen to be a accredited investor, you can check that out and see exactly
you going to be up in the Boston area?
What we're doing.
Soon, or?
Well, I was going to Boston Thursday.
Oh, okay.
And because of the storm, I turned around and says, okay, I didn't want to get trapped up in Boston.
Okay.
So more than likely what you're going to see...
Too much Regina's Pizza?
Oh, man, I was totally set up. I had the lobster for...
that's right.
I'm telling you. Now she's going to wait a little bit longer. But we'll get that done. But I suspect what we're going to do, I'm going to probably be up there in a couple weeks. We're going to do, the next couple days, you'll see, I'm going to do an online presentation for the fund.
Okay, good.
And you'll see that in the next 7 or 8 days. And then I am going up to Boston.
Yeah.
It's probably a week from this Thursday, maybe 2 weeks. Yeah.
Good. So you're starting to see some acquisitions, taking place each day, picking up. I've been talking about it at least. When you take a look at, we got reporting numbers are in.
Right.
You got all the large corporations, multinationals, really struggling to be able to hit their numbers.
Oh yeah.
Even the numbers that were adjusted, folks.
That's right.
And so they, those that are sitting on cash. You're not going to go out there and start doing acquisitions. IBM's one of them. IBM did an acquisition this morning of Conexa Corp, I believe it was.
Yes.
And so, I think you'll start seeing the acquisition, merger acquisition model really start to pick up.
Yeah, KNXA.
Yeah.
KNXA. So what do these guys do? Let's see.
It looks like they're in the software...
Integrated Human Capital Management and Technology Solutions, up $13. Now, there's a nice little pop.
Absolutely.
Look at that. So you can see it. Unbelievable. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, you stay right there, folks. They're coming right back. Look at that.
Tom O'Brien's daily trading newsletter, Market Insights, has delivered powerful results for subscribers, and now is the perfect time to try it out for 2 weeks absolutely free. We're so confident in the value Tom provides his subscribers in his daily newsletter that through Labor Day weekend only, when you sign up for a 2-week free trial to Market Insights, we'll send you a free copy of Tom's best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, your ultimate trading mastery system, completely free of charge. Will even cover the shipping cost. Cancel at any time during your 2-week free free trial to Market Insights and pay nothing, and keep Tom's free book as a gift from us. This offer is only valid for new subscribers. We've only extended this offer once before, and it will only be active for a short period of 2 weeks. So act now to take advantage of this great offer and be ready to capitalize on a more active, more volatile market once traders return from their August vacations. All the details are on the front page of TFNN.com. Sign up for your free trial to get your free copy of Tom's best-selling book today. If you're an investor looking for a great weekly investment newsletter, then now is the perfect time to try out Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Every Tuesday, Ken breaks down multiple sectors in his weekly newsletter, Ultimate Growth Stocks, with a full in-depth report including specific trading recommendations within his model portfolio, charts, sector analysis, upcoming economic data, along with intra-week trading updates on newsletter positions whenever the market dictates. Right now, you can receive a full month, that's 30 days, to evaluate Ken's newsletter free of charge to see if it fits your trading plan. At less than $75 per month, Ken provides you with his expert trading advice that can pay for itself in no time. Take advantage of this great offer by signing up for a 30-day free trial to Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks today. Don't let this offer pass you by. Visit the front page of TFNN.com and sign up now.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes that a carefully selected portfolio can lower volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angela O'Brien, First Vice President and Certified Financial Planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
This segment is brought to you by Crocodile Gold. For more information, just click the Crocodile Gold banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Hope everyone had a great weekend, safe weekend. You know, it's amazing. End of the summer's coming.
Oh, I tell you what. It absolutely is.
You know,
it's here.
It's here. And, you know, kids going back to school in September.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is that what I've always done is like September to me, Labor Day to me, is like New Year's.
Okay.
Is that funny?
Okay.
Now, so, well, watch this, folks. This is funny how your perception is everything. And what one of the main reasons is this. So picture this, because when I was a kid, I always had those summer businesses.
Okay,
right?
Yes.
So what happens, folks, is that I'd have a summer business going. So what ended up happening is that when I was creating new businesses, right, meaning whether it was buying a sub shop or I never bought anything, I built them all. Okay.
Sure.
But when I was doing that, I always did it in September, and the reason being, folks, because the whole beach business and City Hall business would slow down because
absolutely,
you know, that was when I had to move.
Absolutely.
So it's pretty wild how that works, isn't it?
Well, for me, because you know I was in the theme park business for 20 years,
right?
And when Labor Day hit was always sad time for me.
Yeah, same thing. Oh my God.
Because you could shoot. Oh yeah, you could shoot a cannon through the parks and not hit anybody.
Wow.
Because
that's intense.
So if you really ever wanted to go visit any of the Disney, Universal parks, or what have you, to do it right after Labor Day,
right,
or even the second week after. And things would just absolutely just shut down. You're going from
Magic Mountain. You wouldn't even stay in line, folks.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, you don't have to stand in line for any of the roller coasters or what have you.
Right.
Now, it used to be there was a time period when things were great in Europe.
Okay.
Where when that would happen,
yes,
you would have this. You would have you would have a lot of Europeans that would be coming over there. So when the economy was good over there,
right,
it would kind of help to fill in. So these days it's I don't know who's filling in.
Wow,
it certainly is not. It's certainly not Europe.
Yeah, no, there's no doubt about that, man.
So I could, I could when Labor Day would come, I look forward to Thanksgiving because that's when things would start ramping back up again in the parks.
Yeah, and it's dramatic, right?
It is. It is dramatic. Yeah, it is
right?
Absolutely dramatic. Yeah, absolutely.
I can see that. There's no doubt about it. Well, what's interesting is that so watch. There's been plenty of press, folks. Okay, that South America, Brazil in particular.
Yes.
Okay, been going to the moon. Well, bottom line is that they've already been to the moon, but now they're basically got not a crash landing, but they have a pretty intense landing happening.
Yeah.
And if you look at just look at it with this VALE. Okay, this is one of the largest, folks, commodity stocks in the world, and you know what? It's a sick puppy. And it's been a sick puppy. If you want to just see the correlation, this correlation was screaming the whole time. It first came off the highs of 33 with volume, tested it with nothing, got smoked, and it's saying what this here is, and this is saying that, China is not going to be basically building for a while.
Yeah, okay.
That's where it's $16. And this baby is going to make its way to 14. We'll see whether it's going to make its way down to 8.
Well, weren't they kind of the big movers behind the rare earth mineral stocks that were out there too?
What they are is this. This is
because those things have just been.
This is iron ore. They do everything, but iron ore, making the steel. But they have gold, nickel, copper, aluminum, potash. They own the railroads. They own the maritime. They own it all. Okay, so and it's a mess. And it's not only a mess, folks, okay, it wants to go a lot lower. Now, that correlation, though, right, with China makes total sense because they have cities. If we weren't doing this, since I know you right now, right? Listen to this, folks, you're going to love this. This is hilarious. I can't help myself sometimes. I can't. Okay, so picture this. Saturday morning, I'm home, and we're grooving, just having a good time. So I'm going over a couple articles, and there's an article right now. And this is, I'll tell you, if you're a young entrepreneur, get on the plane right now and go to China, okay? Because if Steve and I weren't doing this, I was going to call him up Saturday morning.
Let's go, baby.
I swear to God. So watch what's going on there right now. Right now, I don't care what you have, what you can think of, right?
Yeah.
China has warehouses full that they can't sell. Warehouses.
Really?
Okay? So this is where the political deal goes.
Yeah,
okay, so watch this. The politics at the beginning, meaning 4 months ago, right, is that the politics said, hey, listen, keep those factories going.
Yeah.
We're going to subsidize you to a certain point.
Right.
So they kept the factories going, folks. Now what you have is this. You have factories and you have warehouses that are filled with everything. Okay? Now what they're trying to figure out, politically they got to keep them going.
Yeah.
But you should see the pictures. I mean, if you're going to Google this, I mean, everything and anything. Everything and anything, okay? So they're willing to make a deal. We go take a bundle full of cash over there, right? So I was laughing. I said, oh, my God, do you think they make a quick trip to China? And, because seriously, because what happens, folks, if you're young out there, I'm telling you, if you think you got something you can move, what you actually want to do first is this. What you do is figure out what it is. Then go move it in the U.S. Get a few orders. Then jump on the plane and go get it. And don't tell them what you're doing. But the bottom line.
Interesting. What paper was it in?
I was on the Bloomberg.
Oh, okay.
I was on the Bloomberg.
Okay.
That had pictures in the Bloomberg. I mean, and you should see. I mean, I'm talking about just everything.
Jeez.
Right to
we thought China had problems. We were taking a look at the stock chart.
Yeah. Well,
they got bigger problems.
No, bigger problems, no doubt. They got and they got stuff. And you know what? It's a commodity. Stuff's a commodity.
Yeah.
And then, you know, so now is the time to go make a deal, man.
So how about Australia then? So, I mean, China and Australia, you know, that's where a lot of the commodities were coming from.
Yeah,
so.
let's go bring up that currency because, see, what you do have in Australia is this, okay? Right now you're at $1.03. We bring this back. Let's put this back for 2 years. Now, what gets interesting here is this. You want to hear something wild? So, right now, the dollar... The Australian dollar is at $1.03, which is still strong.
Yes.
It got down to 95. Let's bring this back on a longer basis. But I'll tell you what, see this?
That's very strong.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, a great trade, though. You know, we have a lot of tigers from Australia. We already have a tiger investor in the real estate fund.
Oh, cool. Okay.
But when you talk about, you know, and we got another one that is walking in, I think, right now.
Yeah.
But wait to hear this, folks, because this is where this gets really intriguing. That... When they're taking the strong Australian dollar.
Yeah,
So picture this. If we look at 2008, it was only 60 cents.
Yeah.
So now what they're doing, they're taking $1.03 into the U.S. dollar, getting involved in real estate.
Yes.
So they have two different trades going.
I just think that's the absolute best possible trade out there.
Is it wild? I know.
You know, as people taking, you know, that... And in essence, it's a version of selling at the highs and buying at the lows. I mean, that's the whole basis behind that principle.
Well, we know the real estate's going up. If the Australian dollar goes down simultaneously, and that's a double banger.
Yeah.
Huge.
Which is exactly.
Yeah, no doubt. 877-927-6648. I can't believe that the market is flat.
Yeah.
With Apple up $14.
Yeah. Well, and they're even trying to push Google back up. You know, it gapped down this morning. So just trade down to $667 right now. But it's got some decent volume on this gap down.
No doubt. It's got to be interesting to see, okay, you know, what does this patent win mean for Apple, as this shakes out?
Well, first what it means more money spent on patent litigation. You know, I mean, I've always been a small business entrepreneur.
Right.
And years ago, I was involved with patent litigation.
Okay.
You know, in my business, in the theme park business for one of the products. And as a small business, our legal fees were nearly $3 million.
Oh my God!
Now we're
That's sick.
And the other side, just a few days before we were going to court, finally settled. And that's really what happens with these things, you know.
Right.
And in the case here, you know, you got Samsung. There's going to be, you know, they're just simply going to go ahead and what's the word I look for?
Well, the
attorneys are going to go back after
and settle something because you can appeal it forever.
But just think of the amount of money. I mean, I'd like to understand. Look, patent litigation is probably the most expensive litigation I think that you can deal with.
Really?
Yeah, because you're dealing with all kinds of experts, all kinds of prior art history that's involved there.
Yep.
And it is a litigation minutia nightmare. So you've got, you know, nothing against attorneys, folks, but you got attorneys that have got so many billable hours, so many meetings that are going on to discuss stuff. I mean, it's right up there, you know, next to...
it's getting bigger.
Bad.
It'll get bigger now because, of course, whether it's Google, whether it's Microsoft, whether it's Amazon, you know, you're talking about companies that have the most amount of cash on their balance sheets right now. So it's like, okay, hey, years ago, that's all it seems like people will sue anyone now, but years ago, you'd only sue someone that had deep pockets.
Yeah.
I mean, right? I mean, you know, now there's the way that lawsuits go. I mean, they'll sue anyone at this point. But what's intriguing?
It's scary actually. Patent litigation is kind of scary for both sides because both sides, you're like, you know, you get all the information out there, and you're like, okay, who's going to win? Who's going to lose? Do we both lose on the deal?
Yeah.
A win can turn out to be a loss for everybody. Because what happens is it ends up, depending on what area it's you're dealing with here, you can stop others from actually advancing the product or the industry or what have you, so it can slow some things down for a while too.
There's no doubt.
You know,
that's their goal. Their goal is to slow things down.
But it ends up being bad for both sides. Everybody's focused on the wrong thing.
Big time, no doubt. And the suit, by the way, folks, was not about the products that are out here now. That was the products that were out there a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
That's the amazing part, you know. So it's going to be okay. Now, what's the next stop? Where they, you know, this was about the older versions of everything that's out there right now, and it looks like there was a blurb on here earlier inside Bloomberg, and it was saying they interviewed some guy. He says, "I can't stand the fact that." Apple could patent that I squeeze my fingers together.
Oh, well, hey, there's a patent out there on somebody patented swinging. See,
on a swing.
On a swing. Yeah, there's a patent out there that got approved by the patent office. I kid you not.
There's something wrong.
Yeah, I kid you not. We've all violated that patent. We owe somebody nickels.
So you can't swing unless
well, you just talk about just simply the thing of somebody being able to patent, being able to squeeze their fingers together, or whatever. You know, there's an actual patent out there that was dealt with an actual swing, just swinging.
That is amazing.
The motion of pushing yourself back and forth.
That is,
that's sick. Absolutely.
Right now, folks, you get the, I want to see inside the Dow Industrials. What is hitting the Dow? Down, huh? Yeah. So, you got the strongest stock in the world pushing it down, folks, Alcoa. Alcoa's going to be
good for that's not good.
Alcoa's going to be getting kicked out of the Dow, folks. Outfit. You got, I know. You got Alcoa, Bank of America, Travelers, and Home Depot putting it some juice into it as Microsoft, Walmart, GE, and Costco. Let's go over to. You know, see, so what you have is that, Alcoa's back, it's $8. But what you have is that Kraft is going to split, I believe it's split in the next 2 months. And what you'll have is that most times, folks, when one of the stocks come out of the Dow Industrials with a split like this is just most of the time they look at all the stocks in the Dow to say, okay,
what else? Because it'll change that off.
What are we going to take out? What are we going to put back in? The amazing part, I think when they put Microsoft in until I think they were at their highs. And seriously. Now, here, this is one. Intel. So check this out. In the beautiful world of Intel, folks, there's something wrong.
Yes.
I mean, look at this. This is going after its lows of 2468. We had volume last week. We'll see whether it has anything behind the move. But this is pretty intense actually, because it's like, okay, what's wrong with Intel? Because when it took over the swing point of that 2450, it had volume. It got all the way up to 30, but it's like, okay, man, are you going to take volume on the downside too? Pretty wild, man.
Absolutely. Come on, market, got to move.
Yeah,
Giddy up.
I think it was the, let's see, so is this the last week in the summer? Yeah, it is.
It really is.
We're going into Labor Day.
That's the thing. Yeah, it really is.
What you're going to have is this. You're going to have, let's see, we're going to have Friday is going to be a non-day, and Thursday will still be there. But Friday before Labor Day.
Yeah, we come into a full moon on Friday.
Are we off Monday too? Oh, I hope we are.
We're off Monday.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. We actually have a little extra time.
That's a beautiful thing, man. I like those 3-day weekends. Wouldn't it be cool? It would be cool, folks, to have like, I could go for a 3-day weekend every week, but see, if we had a 3-day week every week, then it would be the same, and then we'd always want to, something different. But
that's how they do it in Europe.
Do they?
Yeah, actually,
listen to this.
In Europe,
listen to this. Oh, folks, you're going to love this. This is sick. You want to hear something? Okay, tell me about Europe.
No, I was just saying, most of your businesses in Europe, they'll close early on Fridays. By noon, they're out of there.
I hope I can find this. There's an article out here this morning. Now, this is so cool. So what this article's about, folks, is this. It's about people working after they're 62 years old or 65 years old.
Okay.
Now, in Japan, what is happening? Well, we're gonna get our heads into this, because wait till you see this. No one in France works. Forget it. They're eating their what are those buns? What are the bread they
croissants?
make? Croissants. They're eating croissants, man.
I love it.
Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. You stay right there, folks. We have the Dow down 24, Nasdaq is up 5, S&P's are flat. We're gonna be right back. Oh, this is a good one.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pesavento's new trading newsletter, Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind. In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the forex market, and more. And you'll get the Technical Corner segment, which is a short but powerful weekly training session on trading. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you just the edge you've been looking for. Try Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind absolutely free for 2 weeks. Go to tfnn.com and click on the free trial link at the top of the page. That's an $85 value, yours free when you register right now. Get Larry's Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind and get the edge you've been looking for.
In just December of last year, the price of gold was down over 10%. In today's highly volatile gold market, you need someone in your corner that understands the complex relationships that exist within the price of gold, as well as within a variety of gold equities. Whether it's the South African gold miners and knowing how the Rand-dollar relationship will affect their bottom line, or understanding how John Paulson's $5 billion trade in the GLD can move the market, Tom O'Brien gives you the direction you need to become a better trader each week in his newsletter, The Gold Report. With over 20 individual equities covered and almost another 20 on the potential watch list each week, in addition to covering the XAU, HUI, GLD, and dollar, The Gold Report is a great source for any trader that is looking to be diversified in today's volatile gold market. For your 30-day free trial to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report, log on to tfnn.com today. Don't miss out on this great offer. Act now. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to tfnn.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Time is the great equalizer of all mankind. Time doesn't care about winners or losers, who succeeds or fails. Time only cares that you played the game. Question: are you playing the money game? Is your money working as hard for you as you are for it? I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, a daily trading and investment newsletter service, and we're celebrating our 1-year anniversary. In year 1, we generated a 30% profit. Plus, I provided 26 hours of live coaching to my clients. My daily newsletter service is available by 8 a.m. each day and covers the stock, futures, currency, and commodity markets, along with all the current patterns that you can trade. Each newsletter is packed with education, and it's yours for as little as $3 per day. And for the next 30 days, you can try it risk-free. Click on my name, Steve Rhodes, on the homepage of TFNN.com and begin your journey to great wealth today. If you're waiting for a better tomorrow, remember this: today's tomorrow will soon be yesterday, and your clock is ticking. Mastering Probability. Now is your time.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. Appreciate you growling, prowling out here with us. So there was an article out here. We just couldn't find it, folks. But if you search this on Bloomberg, you'll find it. And this is what it's about. Japan evidently has one of the oldest populations in the world, okay? So they're worrying about everyone retiring. Well, the bottom line is that people aren't retiring.
Yes.
Okay? And what has happened is that people over 65... what they're showing, now watch this statistic. This is an amazing statistic. If you want to live, folks, bottom line is that you can retire from one job, but you better go do something and get off your butt and stay off your butt. Because in Japan,
yes,
you had 20% Okay, that's the norm. All right, but there was one province that was way over 20%.
Okay, as far as working beyond 65.
That's correct.
Okay.
Right, and the quotes, the quotes. There was two different quotes, and both of these they happen to be men. Both of them says, "Listen, I used to work for money. Now I work to live."
Yes.
And what they showed, though, two different things. They showed that province people are living longer.
Yes.
Their health bills are almost nil. And then they showed another province in Japan, the same country.
Yeah.
And they were retiring.
Okay.
Their health bills were through the roof, and they were dying.
Yeah.
And it was, and then so that was the first part of it. The second part of it, they showed the different parts of the world. And thank God we're in a good part of it, because we're still at 16.1%, which is good. France, though, is at 1.4, 1.5%.
Yeah.
I mean, they're done. It's sad.
No, look, I mean, you got to keep the mind going.
Yeah.
And that's actually one of the beautiful things about what it is that we do here. So no matter, if this is something that you're just, you're listening to, you're interested in, you're still doing whatever your core business might be.
That's right.
You really should have this to look forward to, because this will absolutely keep your mind going.
It will.
Won't it?
No doubt. It'll keep you going mentally, physically, spiritually. And the key is to remember, folks, you don't have to kill yourself, okay, as you retire, but you want to make sure you get your head wrapped around something and get involved in something and do something.
Yeah.
Because it's if you don't move, man, that's it. And that's a pretty weird thing when you really think about it. Do you know what I mean? It really is. It's like, oh, man, really?
Yeah. Well, that reminds me of an old joke.
Yeah.
And the guy goes to visit his doctor. He had just had some tests coming in.
Right.
Doctor's face looks all drawn as can be.
Yeah.
The guy walked in there, was starting to feel a little nervous. He said, "I've got some really bad news for you." So what's that? You've got 1 day to live.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, "What am I going to do?"
Right.
And he says, "Well, why don't you be a trader?"
Okay.
He says, "A trader?" He says, "Yeah, if you're a trader, it'll be the longest day of your life."
I love it.
Anyways, I'm not going to tell jokes, but
no. Hey, you know what's kind of weird too? So listen to this is kind of weird too. And it's too bad we don't have too much time left. But anyway, so I get a call yesterday from one of my friends, right?
Yeah.
And I hadn't talked to him in a long time. This is another guy I went in the Marines with. And make long story short, folks, we went in the Marines with 13 guys. Well, one of my buddies died. Okay. And he said, "Obi, I got some bad news for you." I said, "Oh, man, I can't believe it," right? So now there's 10 of us left out of 13.
Okay.
But you know what's really sad, really, is this, is that, so we're talking, and, we're getting to the age, I'm saying to myself, what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
it's like
right,
so weird.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? It's really so weird. And I was saying to Noni, I says, "Man, this is really weird, man." And I go back with these guys too. By the way, folks, we go back to 7 and 8 years old.
Yeah.
That's how long we've been together.
Right. That's cool.
So we remember when we were 14, 15.
Yeah, for sure.
We all went in the service when we were 17 and 18. But the sad part is like, wow, how do you get used to that? And I was talking to myself. I had to go take a walk, man.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say, why can I get used to that? Because that's a weird thing. This is someone you're tight with the whole time.
For sure.
And listen, when we were in boot camp, this kid was so funny. He was huge. He was a big kid. And, of course, what ended up happening is that the guy's always croaking someone, right? And he'd always be laughing because he didn't care about anything, right? And anyway, I haven't quite figured it out yet, but that whole thing about getting used to it, I don't like.
Yeah. That's okay. I don't want you to get used to it.
No, I know. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, all you Tigers and Tigresses, you stay right there, folks. Get our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, coming up for the next 2 hours, and Daryl Matt. Have a great one. Have a safe one.
Take care, folks.